Zaku Baruch, good morning, and Shavua Tov. Even though that today is not Rosh Chodesh, still Chodesh Tov. It's the first time we see many of you during the new month of Nissan. The month of Nissan is a very special month. It's a very happy month. As we noted this morning, the whole month there will not be any tahanun, no confession. The reason for this being is because the month in its entirety is a month of smachot, a month of holiday. Let's understand how. So, the first 12 days of the erection of the Mishkan, the portable temple in the Bet HaMikdash, each and every one of the Nesi'im, the princes, the leaders of each of the tribes, had their opportunity to provide for the service being done on that day. That's how the Mishkan started off. The Mishkan started off that every day, one day per of the Nesi'im had their chance to provide for the service. After that, then it was totally to the Kohanim and the Levi'im, but the first 12 days was for them. It was a holiday for each of them. So that takes care of days 1 through 12. The 13th day was the after day. In Hebrew we call it the Isru Chag. It's the day following the holiday. It's always also considered to be a holiday. That's day 13. Day 14 is Erev Pesach, which as we know was also a prelude to the holiday. From the midday we were already allowed to bring the Pesach sacrifice. Then we have the 7 days of Pesach plus the next day, the 8th day, which is either holiday in Chutz La'aretz or in Eretz Yisrael. It's the day following the Chag. That takes us to the 22nd of the month. Now one more, how do we finish that last week of the holiday, is that Chachamim tell us since we were once redeemed in Nisan, the eternal redemption, the Mashiach, will also come in Nisan. And therefore, since we're not allowed to mix up smachot, en ma'arabin simcha b'simcha, we're not allowed to have that 7 days of holiday, of the inauguration of the third Bet HaMikdash, simultaneous at the same time as the Mishkan, they're going to be the last week, the last 7 days of the month are going to be a holiday eventually. That takes care of the whole month, and that's why the whole month is days full of holidays and days that we will not do Tachanun. We're not only not going to be doing the Tachanun, the formal confession, we're also going to omit Lamnatseach, we're going to also omit the Tefillah le David and start right away at Bet Yaakov. That's with regards to the month of Nisan. This morning, being that it's the second day of Nisan and yesterday was Shabbat, normally we try to do Birkat Hailanot, the blessing on the trees that we do once a year. We try to do it on the first day on Rosh Chodesh. Being that yesterday was Shabbat, traditionally we try not to do Birkat Hailanot on Shabbat, and therefore this morning we will be, Baruch Hashem, doing Birkat Hailanot. I went before Shacharit to inspect at the Kachlon residence. Baruch Hashem, we have 2 trees. We have still budding, we have flowers, even though part of the tree has already the beginning of the fruit, because I guess it was a little premature this year. Again, because of the hurricane, a lot of things were whacked out of line. But Baruch Hashem, we inspected, we have 2 different fruit trees. They are within the same vicinity, and they still have budding and flowers. There's more than 2 fruit trees, Baruch Hashem. So we are all going to go after Shacharit to do so. We're going to all be reading and praying, doing the bracha, Birkat Hailanot from the same Sidur. It's going to be the white Sidur. We're going to ask everyone to bring one, and we'll bring it back. We're going to be on page 632. That's for Birkat Hailanot. Now, anyone who does not do Birkat Hailanot with us today, if they're not able to stay, or if they're tuning in online and they're not going to be here, you are able to do Birkat Hailanot all month long. Of course, Zvizin Makdimin HaMitzvot. We should do the mitzvah as quick as possible. This morning is the first opportunity. It's right after Shabbat, it's right after Shacharit. It is our first opportunity, and we're going to fulfill it, B'ezrat Hashem, all together. Now, as we mentioned, since this month, the beginning of the month, are the days which were dedicated to the Nisim, to the princes, we have a tradition to read the specific part of which Nasi and what they brought every day of Nisan. So yesterday, we did so, being the first day. Today is the second day of Nisan. If you're in the white Sidurim, you can go to the bottom of page 643. The bottom of page 643 is the Nasi for this morning. The Nasi for this morning is Netanel ben Su'ar from the tribe of Issachar. We're going to read it now with the Yehi Ratzon, and then we'll conclude with this morning's services, and then everyone is invited to Brachot Le'elui Nishmat Yaakov ben Shmuel Halevi, which today is the 30 days. Tonight Mincha Arvit is going to be at 7:10. Tomorrow morning Shacharit is at 10 to 7 Korbanot, 7:05 Hodu. ביום השני הקריב נתנאל בן צוער נשיא שכר, הקריב את קורבנו קרת כסף אחת 30 ו100 משקלה, נזרק אחד כסף 70 שקל, שקל הקודש שניהם מלאים, סולת ברב השמן, במנהג כף אחת 10 זהב מן הקטורת פר אחד, בן בקר איל אחד כבש אחד משונתו לעונה סיריזים אחד לחטאת ולזבח, שלמים מכר שניים מרים 5 עתודים 5 כבשים ראשונה 5 זה קורבן נתנאל בן צוער יהי רצון לפניך אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהינו שתהיה חשובה ומרוצה קראתנו בתורה סדר קורבן הנשיא נתנאל בן צוער משבט יששכר החתום ממידת הנצח למלכות קורבנו אשר הקריב לחנוכת מזבחך הקדוש ותעלה עלינו כי השגנו כל הסודות וכל שמות הקודש היוצאים מראשי תיבות וסובי תיבות מקראי קודש אלה ונשלם עפרים שפתנו ויאירו נא עלינו ועל כל בית ישראל אחינו כל הסוסות הקדושה כל האורות הקדושים הכלולים בקדושת זה השבט ונהם מלובשים בקדושת זה השבט להבינו להסכין בתורתך ובירתך יראת הרוממות לעשות רצונך כרצונך כל ימי חיינו אנחנו וזרענו וזרע זרענו שם שבחודש הזה פדית את עמך משבטי נחלתך מכור ברזל ממצרים וזכרת באהבה לתהילה לשם ותפארת לשמות מטות אבותם על הניסים על פקן על הגבורות והתשועות שעשית עמהם כן אדוני אלוהינו בני אבותינו צונך ברחמים תפקוד וזכולנו אהבת הקדמונים שבטיה בגלות החל הזה וכשם שהרבית שכרם של אבותינו בימים האלה בזמן הזה בזכות יששכר ואחרי כן יצאו ברכוש גדול כן אדוני אלוהינו בני אבותינו נוקבה שכרך לעמך הדבויים וסחופים בגלות החל הזה ותן שכר טוב לכל אבותיכם בשמך בית ולעולם לא נבוש כי בך בטחנו לשמתך קיבלו כל היום בזכות יששכר וברכתו וירא מנוחה כי טוב ואת הארץ כי נעימה חזה ציון קריית מועדנו עיניכם תראנה בירושלים נווה שאנן אוהל בל יישא את עזב לנצח בכל חבריו וינתק אדוני צבאות האר פניך בני משיח, פניכם תרם, רחמי צדקתך, תמיד קומם, יהיו לרצון, אם לפי וגיון מדפניך, אדוני, צורי וגואלי.